Okay, so to start, I'm going to combine the ingredients I need to make my cheesy sauce. So I'm going to start with nutritional yeast. I'm going to go in with some flour, which I'm going to use garbanzo bean flour, but you can use whatever flour you'd like. And I will put all the measurements for everything in the description box for you guys. A little bit of salt. I'm also going to put some garlic powder as well as some onion powder. I'm going to set that aside and prepare the vegetables that I'm going to add to our mac and cheese. And I'm going to do onion, broccoli, and cauliflower. And I'm just going to chop this up so that they're all roughly around the same size. The onions can be a little bit smaller, of course, and just have that ready to go as well. So to start our sauce, you're going to need like a medium-sized saucepan and a whisk, for sure a whisk. You're going to add all your dry ingredients that you already prepared into this pan, turn it on to medium-high heat, and we're going to use whatever kind of non-dairy milk that you want to use. I'm using unsweetened almond milk, and I'm also going to start my pasta noodles, which take about 10 minutes or so. Use whatever kind of pasta you would like. And by the way, the almond milk I'm using is totally fine. I don't know what it is. This brand though, it like separates and like almond flakes are in it. It's the weirdest thing, but it tastes good. Anyway, moving on. So I'm going to gradually add all of this into it and just keep whisking. That way it does not get lumpy and you're good to go. That is the hardest part, I would say, about this, and it's really not that hard. You just want to keep stirring. That's basically all you got to do. And it's about 2 cups of liquid, but again, I'll put the measurements below. But yeah, just keep doing that, and what you're gonna see in about, I don't know, like 4 minutes, it's gonna start thickening on you. And you're gonna let this go essentially as long as it takes for the noodles to boil for you as well. It's like a 10-minute process of whisking and thickening, and you will see it will really come together. I'm also going to add just a tiny bit of mustard. It might seem kind of weird, but it really does just give it a little bit extra of a kick of flavor. And you could also add hot sauce if that's something that you like too. My husband doesn't really like it super spicy, so we let him go this time, but do as you will. So after about 4 to 5 minutes, this is what you should start to see. And I know it might not be the easiest to pick up on camera, but you probably can tell it is thickening up on me, and I'm just literally whisking. That is it. This all kind of comes down around the same time, which is kind of nice too if you start this together. Basically though, when your pasta noodles have 5 minutes left on cooking, add your vegetables. I did broccoli, cauliflower, and onion once again. And this is really just gonna cook up just enough in the pasta water together. I'm gonna preheat my oven, by the way, 350. And this will work, and your sauce will be done when the noodles and veggies are done. It'll all come together. It's really kind of an easy meal. So once everything is all done, give your sauce one quick stir once again and go drain your pasta and veggies. And then at that point, what I like to do is I like to put everything back into the pasta pot and then pour the sauce over and give it like a toss. Now you could obviously put this into like your casserole dish and just put the sauce over top, whatever you want to do. I just kind of prefer this method to be sure that everything's coated, but you can see how thick this is, guys, and it tastes really good. So I'm going to coat all the noodles and veggies as much as possible, and then I'm going to transfer it into a casserole dish. I'm using like a 9x13 sprayed pan. Make sure you spray it so it doesn't stick. And I like this because then the top gets, it's a really kind of a thin layer, and if you use like a smaller pan, you totally could, but you're going to have like thicker. And I like that crispiness that happens on top with like breadcrumbs. Anyway, you'll see. So I'm gonna spread that along the pan. Now this is totally optional, and I wasn't even planning on doing it till I saw that I had them, they needed to be used. I'm gonna put some tomatoes over top. Now I typically do this when I make a lasagna, and I was like, why not? Let's just do this too. So up to you. You can add tomatoes on top if you want, but they were very good, I will say. And I'm gonna add some panko breadcrumbs on top too. I go a little heavy-handed because I think it's delicious, and these are gonna toast up so good in the oven, and a little bit of paprika as well. It's just a good combo of flavors. And so I'm gonna put that into the oven, and it's gonna bake for about 15 minutes, and I broil for 5 more minutes on high, and that seemed to do the trick. Just be careful with broiling, you don't wanna burn it. And this is your finished product. It is so delicious. I'm gonna show you like cutting into it too, and this is still pretty hot, that it's really not super creamy and gooey in a bad way. Like, it holds its shape. It's thick. It's not a runny sauce at all, which is really good and has such great flavor. And again, you guys can put whatever veggies you want in it. I'm sure people would do like celery. I'm just not a huge fan of celery. I think the broccoli with the cheese like just complements each other well. But again, whatever it is you guys want. This is it, guys. I really hope you give this recipe a try. Please thumbs up if you enjoyed this. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so, so much for watching as always.